सदा महफूज हुए हैं दाता तेरी याद में, बिन मांगे सब कुछ है पाया, क्या मांगू फरियाद में। दाता तेरी कुछ है पाया, क्या मांगू फरियाद में। दाता तेरी क्या मांगू फरियाद में। तू ही समझता दिल को हमारे, करता मेरी हिफाजत है, तुझ पर ही तो हक है सारे, तू ही करता मेरी ताकत है। तू ही समझता दिल को हमारे, करता मेरी हिफाजत है, तुझ पर ही तो हक है सारे, तू ही मेरी ताकत है। तू ही सबसे पहले दिल में, बाकी सब है बाद में, हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं भगवन तेरी याद में। तू ही सबसे पहले दिल में, बाकी सब है बाद में, हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं भगवन तेरी याद में। दिल जो गाता तू वो गजल है, तू ही भरता मुझ में बल है, तुझसे मुकम्मल मेरी सांसें, तू ही जीवन सबका तराशे। दिल जो गाता तू वो गजल है, तू ही भरता मुझ में बल है, तुझसे मुकम्मल मेरी सांसें, तू ही जीवन।
A global namaste and Om Shanti. A good morning, a good evening, or a very good afternoon to whichever part of the globe you're joining us from. A very warm welcome to you all on the Zoom session and globally on Facebook and social media to our 55th MINLA Zoom session. MINLA, that is Meena Khagram and Lalit Soda, started these inspiring, motivating Zoom sessions at the beginning of the pandemic in April 2020 to spread peace, harmony, love, inspiration, and motivation. Today, MINLA is truly delighted to have collaborated with the Lohana Community of United Kingdom, Mr. Bharat Soda, who is the president, and Mr. Jairu Parelia, the secretary. And even more delighted MINLA is today to have a global personality with us as our guest speaker. None other than our Bhrama Kumaris sister, Shivani. We are eagerly awaiting to hear the message from Sister Shivani. And let me tell you one thing before we move on to the lecture. Sister Shivani is a household name. I'm going to just give a brief introduction about her. A household name that every person knows her either via social media or have met her personally. Those who have met her personally are truly privileged and know the energy that she actually carries with her. She appears on many television series and also one of them, The Awakening with the Bhrama Kumaris, since 2007. She has recorded many episodes on living values, on self-management, on inner powers and harmony in relationships, and understanding the law of karma, healing, self-empowerment, self-discipline, and about the Brahma Kumari organization and spirituality in general and the art of living. Many, many people around the world are benefiting and have benefited so far with the Awakening series. Sister Shivani was born in Pune in Maharashtra, and she was a profound science student and extremely intelligent. While being a student, she used to attend their local Brahma Kumari center and was connected with them since those days, and she used to visit that with her mother. Sister Shivani gradually appreciated the Brahma Kumari way of lifestyle, the connection with God, and one fine day decided that she's going to do a course in the Brahma Kumaris. And to find out how Sister Shivani learned the practice of Raj Yoga and falling in deep love, peace, and a spiritual connection with God. She made a decision at one point in time to become a nun, a sister who is going to spread the message of the Guru and of Brahma Kumaris. In 2007, as we say, she started with a series of The Awakening with the Brahma Kumaris that was produced for the Astha channel. She was interviewed at that point in time by a co-host called Kanupriya. Her TV series In Conversation with the famous Bollywood actor Suresh Oberoi was adapted into 2015 books of Happiness Unlimited, Awakening with the Brahma Kumaris. Sister Shivani travels in India and abroad, appearing at charitable events ranging from promotion of organ donation to parenting programs, as well as Brahma Kumaris events. In 2017, she was named as a Goodwill Ambassador for the World Psychiatric Association. She has a YouTube channel also called BKShivani. She received the Women of the Decade Award, Achievers Award by the ASSOCHM Ladies League in 2014 and the Nari Shakti Award in 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a truly a global divine personality who is with us. To further move on the program, let me ask the President of the Lohana Community United Kingdom, Mr. Bharat Soda, to actually formally invite Sister Shivani on our Zoom session. Mr. Bharat Soda.
Thank you, Lalit. First, let me congratulate you and Meena Ben Khagram for hosting and managing all the Zoom motivational presentations since the first pandemic lockdown started last year. So on behalf of LCUK, I would like to thank both of you for your services to all of us. The Lohana Community of the United Kingdom, which is LCUK, is a national body whose main objectives are to promote culture, religious, social, and economic welfare of Lohanas in the United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say about our speaker this afternoon? None other than the world-renowned Brahma Kumari Sister Shivani, whom all of you already know. So instead of taking up more time, on behalf of Lohana Community of United Kingdom, I'd like to welcome Sister Shivani, and over to you now, Lalit.
Thank you very much, Bharat. Sister Shivani and the global audience, let me say this Zoom session doesn't get a kickstart till Our Lady, the backbone of our Zoom sessions, as I call her, Mrs. Meena Ben Khagram, doesn't do her traditional welcome. So I request Meena Ben Khagram to actually formally welcome our Sister Shivani on this Zoom session. Meena Ben.
Om Shanti. Shivani Ben, special for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. For you.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And something very special I found it this morning for you.
So sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I will continue with mine. Global Jambo and Om Shanti to everybody. Karibuni sana. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I welcome you all from second city of Kenya, Mombasa. The great Indian Ocean, world famous blue and white beaches for a holiday maker. Mombasa is where Portuguese built Fort Jesus, and now it is World Heritage. This is where Indians from India arrived by dhow and made their home in Kenya and rest of Africa. My cute cousin, Lalit, and myself, Zoom Minla, are super excited to welcome you all. Those who have joined in the Zoom session and on Facebook Live. Lohana Community UK President, Mr. Bharat Soda, Mr. Jair Parelia, Secretary, committee members, and others. Welcome our chief guest, my dream divine sister, Shivani Ben. Can't wait to listen to you wise words. Biwi and Buana, let me introduce to you our backbone of this session, MC, Dr. Lalit Soda. He is a chiropractor, he is a professional speaker, he is an author, and he is recipient of many awards. Can't help to say, recently he has been awarded Marwa Journalist Award. Thank you, Lalit. Over to you.
Thank you, Meena Ben. Thank you very much for those very, very kind words. Sister Shivani, we now welcome you on the Zoom session, and the floor is all yours. So I will hand over the floor to you, and we can continue with the words of wisdom that we await to hear from you.
Thank you so much. And Om Shanti. When we all come together like this, it's not just the words we speak, the words we hear, but it's all about our collective vibrations. Because when all of us come together, it's an energy that is getting created here on this platform. The energy of our intentions, our thoughts, our feelings, our words. And this vibration from here is not just going to benefit us, it's not just going to energize us. It will go as a ripple effect all over to the city where we are, the country we live, and all over the planet. So right now, we are becoming an instrument of radiating love and power into the collective consciousness of the planet. And so the topic that all of you have chosen today, it's very beautiful. Sankalp se Shrishti. Sankalp means our every thought, and Shrishti means our world. So Sankalp se Shrishti means thoughts create our world. Or in other words, we can say Sankalp se Siddhi, which means thoughts manifest. So this is a spiritual equation, and we need to keep this in mind always, that every thought I create, it's going to manifest. It's going to become a reality. I need to take care of how I am thinking. As we were growing up, we were all taught to take care of what we speak and how we speak, how we behave. But nobody taught us to take care of how we think. Because we thought thoughts is something that nobody can see. Thought is something that's going on inside my head. But what I say, how I behave, how I look, how I work, this is all that everybody can see around me. But what I think, nobody can see. So many of us have even mastered the art of thinking, but speaking another word. So which means I could be thinking something else, and yet I could be perfect in my words and behavior. I could be very stressed, very worried, very fearful. And yet if somebody had to ask me, how are you? I would have said, I'm all good, all perfect, which means I can think and speak differently. But what we need to really understand is the power of our every thought and word. And so this spiritual equation we need to hold on to with ourselves. Sankalp se Shrishti banti hai. Our thoughts create our world. What is our world? Here. This is where I'm creating my every thought. And my every thought is going to first influence my feelings. So our emotional health and our mental health is getting created with our thoughts. Then our every thought is radiating to our body. So our every thought is influencing every cell of the body. It's creating our physical health. Our every thought is reaching to people. So before you pick up your phone and type out a message, and then it reaches to the other person, and then they pick up their phone and then they read their message, before all this happens, the thought that you have created for them has already reached them. So our every thought reaches to people and it creates our relationships. Our relationships are not created based on what we say and we do. Our relationships are based on how we think. It's based on how we think. So if I want to change the quality of my any relationship, I only need to change how I'm thinking about the other person. I don't need to create any change outside. And the fourth, our relationship, our thoughts radiate out into the universe and they create our environmental health. The world is talking about climate change. The world is talking about environmental crisis. And then we're looking for a lot that we need to do on the planet. But we will not achieve the desired result unless we change how we are thinking. So our every thought is creating emotional health, mental health, physical health, relationships, which means social health and environmental health. That's what our every thought is doing. And in a day, we would create about 70 to 80,000 thoughts. And it's going to create all these things. And we're not taking care of what we are thinking. Dr. Lalit, can I just request you to mute your thing? So we just take care of what we think. Now, we're going to do little simple lifestyle changes today. Simple steps, very to-do action steps, which we can start implementing from today itself, which are going to start changing our thought, which means we are going to shift from stress to calm and stability. We need to shift from anger to respect and dignity. We shift from comparing ourselves with people to being in self-respect. Shift from criticizing to appreciating and motivating. Shift from complaining, this is not right, this is not like this should not be done that way. Shift to gratitude and shift from competition to creating sharing, caring, kindness, and cooperation. This is a big shift that we have to create in our thoughts because when we shift our thought from this side to this side, mental health issues will be over. We'll be able to eradicate depression and all these anxiety disorders from the planet. Bodies will be healthy. Relationship conflicts will dissolve. The planet will be a new world only if we shift our vibrational energy from this side to this side. But for that, we need to stop calling this as normal. So that's the first thing we are going to do today. From today, just do one thing. Never call an uncomfortable emotion as normal because it's not normal. It's very uncomfortable. It also creates a disease, a pain in the body. So never call it normal. So stress, anger, irritation, fear, not normal. Love, compassion, happiness, respect, dignity, cooperation, this is normal. So the comfortable feelings and emotions are normal. Second equation, never blame people and situations for how you are feeling. This is a very deep ingrained belief system when we say, I'm angry because of them, I'm upset because of her, he insulted me, she irritated me, I'm worried because of this situation. This kind of a vocabulary says that everything that I'm feeling here is because of something that's happening outside, as if the world holds the remote control to what's going on in my mind. Just close your eyes for 10 seconds. Just do it right away. Close your eyes for 10 seconds and bring on your mind the last time you got angry. Could be this morning, could be last week, but just bring that scene and see the last time you reacted and you got angry. What had happened that time? Who did what they did? And then how did I react? What did I say? How did I say it? And once you've seen the entire scene, just rewind. The scene remains the same. And just visualize that tomorrow morning, that same scene is going to come in your life again. Identical, nothing changed. Identical scene tomorrow morning. And focus on your response. Do you think tomorrow morning, given the same situation, the same mistake, the same person, can I respond another way? And see yourself responding another way to that situation. What you would say, how you would say it, what would be your body language, what would be your energy. The same situation, nothing changes, but the way you respond will change. And I'm sure all of you will agree that yes, you can respond another way tomorrow, different than what we reacted the last time. And that itself is evidence enough which says, they did not create my anger. They did not create my irritation. I created it that day, and tomorrow I'm going to respond another way. So the remote control to my mind is not with the world. I choose what to create. This is self-mastery. This is swarajya. This is self-rule. I choose what to create. So that's the first equation we need to hold today. That from today, I'm never going to say, I'm feeling like this because of. No, because the minute we put our finger out and we say it's because of them, we're giving our power away. But when I say I created this anger, tomorrow I'll do it another way. They cheated to me, they lied to me, they behaved badly, but I created the hurt and I will heal myself. Not they hurt me and I will live in pain for the rest of my life. That's a life of a victim. We're going to live a life of a master, master over our emotions, master over our feelings, creators of our destiny, not a victim saying, my destiny is because of what other people are doing to me in my life. I am the creator of my destiny. So, first thing is, today onwards, we're not blaming the world for how we are feeling. We are going to create our thoughts and feelings, taking personal responsibility. Second, we will always create the healthy emotions. Now, we know what we want to do, but how to do this, how to make this natural, that I'm creating the right thoughts in every scene. I'm creating the right feeling and the right intention because it's going to create my world. It's going to create my mental health, my physical health, my relationships, and my environment. So my every thought in every scene of life is creating my world. Most important aspect, what we watch, what we read, what we listen. Please take care of that. It's our emotional diet. It's our emotional diet. Today, we're all aware of the food we eat. We take care of our physical diet. In the last 18 months, the most searched word online was immunity. We were all concerned about building up our immunity. But one thing is the immunity of the body. But if I'm creating fear and anxiety, I cannot build up the immunity of the body. With whichever diet I'm eating, I will not be able to build up. So, along with the immunity of the body, I also have to take care of my emotional immunity of my mind, and for which I need to take care of my emotional diet. And what is my emotional diet? What I watch, what I read, what I listen. So if I want to change my sankalp, my thoughts, I have to take care of what I'm putting in. What I watch, what I read, what I listen is who I become. So which means all the content that I'm consuming from media, social media, newspapers, books, songs, movies, and the people around me. Everything that's going into me is creating my every thought. Now, in the last 20, 30 years, we've seen a huge, huge influx of media into our lives. Content consumption has gone like this, like a graph. And if anyone had to draw a graph of content versus emotional and mental health of society, you'll see a direct connection going between the two graphs. Content is equal to personality, and personality is equal to destiny. So it's a simple equation. Content is equal to personality is equal to destiny. If I take care of my content that I consume, my destiny can change. If I consume content of lust, greed, ego, jealousy, criticism, ridiculing people, putting people down, violence, corruption, nothing can stop me from becoming that. Nothing can stop me. Today many of us say, my mind, it doesn't stop thinking. I'm thinking too much. How to slow down my thoughts? So overthinking is an epidemic. Why am I thinking so much? Because I'm consuming so much content which is unhealthy. So if I eat a lot of junk food, what's going to happen? Acidity. Similarly, if I consume so much of all this junk content, what's going to happen? Overthinking. My mind just doesn't stop thinking. And then I'm not even able to go to sleep. A lot of countries in the world, sleeping medicine is the most selling medicine in those countries. Imagine taking a medicine for going to sleep, something that is our natural thing. We need a medication. Why? Because the mind just doesn't stop thinking. Why? Too much of content consumption. So the first gift that you're going to give yourself today is to take care of your emotional diet. What I watch, what I read, what I listen is who I become, and who I become is what my life, what my world becomes. Now, two times where this content consumption is most crucial: just before I go to sleep and the first thing when I wake up, because it has the most impact on my mind. Remember, while we were in school, we used to say early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, wise. Well, many of us are not living that life now. And that's also, again, taking a toll on the mind. So, the first step to changing our quality of thoughts and our emotional health is good sleep. Deep sleep, not more sleep. Today we're talking about more sleep. Sleep 7 hours, sleep 8 hours, sometimes they sleep 9 hours. Our grandparents and parents never slept so much. It's because they were sleeping right. We are being asked to sleep longer because we're not sleeping right. Because till we go to sleep, we are looking at our screens. We're looking at our screens till the last minute that we close our eyes. And within 5 minutes, if we don't go off to sleep, we again wake up and we again look at the screen. Suppose in the last 5 minutes, I got a message or an email, I need to see it before I go to sleep. So this is taking a toll on our emotional and mental health. So the first step, let's change a little bit in our lifestyle, early to bed, which means 10 o'clock is the latest that we should go to sleep. 10 to 2, these 4 hours, 10 to 2 is the highest energizing time for the mind and the body. Like there is a best time for something to be done. It's the best time when we'll get the best result. For sleeping, the best time is 10 to 2. It doesn't mean we wake up at 2. It just means that 10 to 2 we should be asleep. But if I sleep at 11, I lost out 1 hour. If I sleep at 12, I lost out 2 hours. And for all those children who study in the night and sleep after 2, they lost out all the 4 hours. They lost out all the 4 hours. And they study very hard. They excel, they're intelligent, but they talk about taking anti-anxiety medicines before an exam because they were not sleeping at the right time. So they were not energizing their minds and bodies. So 10 to 2, we should be asleep. Now to sleep well at 10, by 8 o'clock, I should disconnect from work communication, which means do not consume work phone calls, business calls, emails, messages. 2 hours before I sleep, I need to disconnect. 1 hour before I sleep, disconnect from world news, disconnect from any serials, any movies which are turbulent, which are stimulating the mind, which are making my mind think too much. I disconnect before at least an hour before I go to sleep. Have a light dinner and an early dinner. Need to finish our digestion before we go to sleep. So we need to eat by 7 so that food is digested by 10 o'clock. So that during our sleep, we are not doing digestion. The body can do only one thing at one time. If it's digesting, it's not healing. So if I spend 2 hours digestion during my sleep, I lose out on my time of healing. If I finish the digestion before I sleep, then I immediately go into the delta stage and I'm doing healing of mind and body both. So an early dinner, a light dinner, disconnecting from work communication, then an hour before disconnecting from media and social media, which is very stimulating, and now start consuming things which are lighter on the mind, which take your mind to a very softer, pure, positive state, which means would start taking your mind to the alpha stage, to the slowing down stage. The last 20 minutes before you sleep should be my time. the my time, where this is now my time before going to sleep. 5 minutes writing a journal every day, a daily journal or a daily letter. And what do we do in that journal? We release any uncomfortable emotion that we would have created during the day, because we're going to change the thoughts. No? We have to change the sankalp here. Suppose I got angry with someone today, or I got irritated, even if it was in my mind, I need to change that coding before I go to sleep. Because if I go to sleep with that coding, it will go into my subconscious. So I have to change that coding before I go to sleep. So if I was not right with somebody in my behaviors, let me say sorry to them in my diary. If I could message them a sorry, nothing like that. But if I'm not going to message them a sorry, at least I'll write out the sorry in my diary. If someone was not right to me, I forgive them in my diary. If I was criticism in my mind for somebody, I change that thought and I write an appreciative thought for them in my diary, which means I'm changing my coding before I go to sleep. I'm changing my thoughts before I go to sleep. So 5 minutes for the little diary every day, 10 minutes to consume pure content before sleeping. Very important to consume a healthy emotional diet before you sleep. So this is where spirituality plays a very important role. Spiritual content before we sleep, at least 10 minutes, a positive book, a positive video, audio, scripture, spiritual study, whatever you choose, but 10 minutes before you sleep. Very important to put it here. So if the last layer of the mind is positive content, pure content, then while you sleep, that purity and positivity flows through your mind and body. That's it. Also heals your body. It just doesn't heal your mind, it heals your body. Imagine watching the world news and going to sleep. What's going to happen in the next 7 hours into your body? That's the content that vibrates into your mind and body while you're sleeping. So 10 minutes, put very pure content before you sleep. Then the last 2 minutes before we are going to sleep are the magical moment. 2 minutes before we sleep and 2 minutes first thing when we wake up. The first thoughts we create are going to create our destiny. So be very, very careful what you are creating before you sleep and what you are creating first thing when you wake up. So the sankalp we are going to select for those times. We call them affirmations. Affirmations means any thought that I'm going to affirm. I'm going to say it many times during the day. So let's create a few thoughts which we will say just before going to sleep. First thought, I am a powerful being. I am a powerful being. You'll need to note down this. I am a powerful being, which means I don't get disturbed or I don't react to situations and people. I'm powerful. Second, I'm calm and stable always. You see the vocabulary of our sankalp? We are creating that thought. What we want should become our reality. But we're not saying, I want to be calm and stable. We're saying, I am calm and stable always. Today, what are we saying? I am stressed. So when we keep saying, I am stressed, stress will become our destiny. If we keep saying, I am busy, I don't have time, then that will become our destiny. I am calm and stable always. Third thought, I am fearless. I am fearless. Last 18 months, we've been saying fear and anxiety is normal. It's COVID. Fear is normal. If fear can never be normal. An uncomfortable emotion is not normal. It's our creation. I am fearless. Fourth thought, I am happy always. I am happy always. Fifth thought, I am a giver. I'm a giver. Not I want love, I want respect, I want appreciation, I want people to understand me. We're not like this. We're not going to be like this. I'm a giver, a diya. What is a diya? A diya means to give. We all light a lamp at home and we say diya. So as long as the lamp is lit, it said it's auspicious if the lamp is lit. Diya buj gaya to ashubh, which means if the lamp blows off, life is not auspicious. Which lamp? It's the lamp of knowledge, the power to give. So let's light the lamp here. Give, give, and give. I am a giver. I am the diya of my house, the giver. I give love, I give respect, I give understanding, I give trust. I don't want anything. Say this every night before you go to sleep. I want nothing from anyone. I only give, and I give. Sixth thought, my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. My body is perfect and healthy and will always be. In case we have any ailment, we put a sankalp for that. Suppose I have a blood pressure issue, then I will put a sankalp, my blood pressure is normal. So I'm going to create the sankalp, which is not true. It's not normal right now. So we create a thought, my blood pressure is normal. My sugar level is normal. That's if we have an issue. Otherwise, my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. Seventh thought, God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Visualize yourself enveloped with divine white light. It's like how we wear a PPE kit, COVID cannot enter. So similarly, wear a high vibrational divine energy kit, no negative vibrations can enter inside this. So God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. I accept people. People accept me. All my relationships stand on a foundation of respect and trust. All. So which means we're creating a sankalp for our relationships. Success is certain for me. Success is certain for me. Not I want to be successful. Success is certain for me. Abundance is my reality. Abundance. I have abundance time, abundance wealth, abundance resources, everything. Never say I don't have enough. I have less time. I have less this. Never create a thought of lack. It is sankalp se siddhi. It will manifest. Never, I'm busy. I don't have time. You know how many times in the day I say, I'm very busy. I'm very busy. I don't have time. We don't create a good relationship with time. We say, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. Say, I have more time than I need. I have more time than I need. It's a vocabulary. It's our vocabulary. Our thoughts are going to create our life. So abundance is my reality. I have more than I need. I have more than I need. And the last sankalp, I am an angel of God. I'm an angel of God. God uses me to radiate love and happiness to the world. So let's repeat the sankalp. I'm a powerful being. I'm calm and stable always. I am fearless. I am happy. I need nothing from people. I'm a giver always. My body is perfect and healthy and will always be. If any ailment, we put a sankalp there. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. I accept people. People accept me. My relationships stand on trust and respect. Success is certain for me. Abundance is my reality. I have more than I need. And I am God's angel. God uses me to radiate love, peace, and happiness into the world. 10 sankalp, which we want to become our reality. Now you can add any more sankalp you want, which you want should become your destiny. Now, last 2 minutes, just before going to sleep, we're going to say these 10 thoughts twice, at least twice before we go to sleep. And as you say these thoughts, they are going into your subconscious because you're about to go to sleep. The subconscious mind is going to open and these thoughts are going to go in. After this, don't create any other thought. Now, if by mistake, if I create an opposite thought, oh, my this is paining, my that is paining, and I go to sleep, in the morning, it will be paining more than it was paining in the night. Because at 7 hours, I radiate that thought. It's paining, it's paining, it's paining. So even if everything is paining, before going to sleep, you say, my body is perfect and healthy. And you radiate that energy of health to the body and then go to sleep. So next 7 hours, 6 hours, it will say, my body is perfect and healthy. My body is perfect and healthy. Thoughts create the body. Thoughts are going to change the pain in the body. Be very careful what you say before going to sleep. If you think about somebody, kya hai, why do they keep doing something? I don't know what, I never get along with them, however hard I try. Next morning, be ready for a bigger conflict. Be ready for a bigger conflict tomorrow morning. But if before going to sleep, you say, I accept them, they accept me, our relationships stand on it. So even if it is not the truth, we have to say it. Because what we say will become the truth tomorrow. That is Sankalp se Shrishti. We say, but I don't get along. How can I say that we accept each other? We have to say it so that we accept each other tomorrow. So the equation is what I think will become a reality. Don't look at the reality and create thoughts. Create thoughts which you want your reality to be. So just before going to sleep 2 times, repeat these thoughts, see them, go to sleep, close your eyes, keep saying them like a little prayer and fall off to sleep. Just it's your little prayer before going to sleep and you will fall off to sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, first thing, first hour, we're not connecting to media, social media, technology, nothing for an hour. Nothing for an hour, because whatever we put on our mind in the first hour of the morning will again start being our personality throughout the day. First few thoughts of the morning. First thoughts should be gratitude. 5 thoughts in the morning of gratitude. First, gratitude to God. First thought, before you even open your eyes, gratitude to God. Second, gratitude to your mind and body for being healthy. Not every time, oh, I've put on weight, oh, I've lost weight, oh, what has happened to my skin, oh, what has happened to my hair. We reject our body a lot, really reject our body a lot. Oh, this is paining, this is hurting. When did we say thank you to our body? Thank you to our mind. So first thing in the morning, thank you to God, thank you to our body and mind, thank you to all the people in our life, thank you to our work, and thank you to nature, prakriti, environment. So thank you to all these who sustain us throughout the day. So 5 thoughts of gratitude. Then we will repeat those sankalp in the morning. Those same sankalp which we did in the night, we will say it at least 3 times in the morning. This is the first step to meditation. Ideally, we should learn meditation and start doing that in the morning. But till we learn, we do this sankalp in the morning, first thing in the morning. Then at least 20 minutes in the morning of a healthy emotional diet, which means consume pure content. Spiritual study first thing in the morning. Throughout the day, how much ever we restrict ourselves, there is junk content that we consume, toxic content in the name of entertainment, in the name of being informed of what's happening all over the world. We're consuming a lot of content. So at least 20 minutes of healthy, the morning 5 bidam, मम्मी उससे सुबह 5 बादाम खा के जाने भाई अच्छा सब ठीक तो वो सुबह के 5 बादाम मन के जरूर खाने हैं. So healthy content in the morning 15-20 minutes before we go to work. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the night before we sleep, 2 minutes in the night we say those thoughts, 3 minutes in the morning we repeat those thoughts, and then just before we eat, because food and water absorbs our vibrations. To make our sankalp manifest faster and to become our reality, we need to repeat our sankalp before our every meal and before our every glass of water. Experiment with a plant-based diet, because we are what we eat. It's vibrations. It's not just nutrients, it's vibrations. So an animal-based diet has energy of pain, fear, violence, death. It has vibrations of pain, violence, and death. It's not health. And it's definitely not healthy for the mind and not also for the body. So let's experiment with a plant-based diet. Second, let's cook the food in a very high vibrational energy, which means in the kitchen, have high energy words playing while food is being cooked. No, not having movie songs playing or not talking on the phone, gossiping and then cooking. That is toxic for the minds of the family members. So have high energy words playing in the kitchen while food is being cooked. Prayers, hymns, chanting, spiritual songs, spiritual words in the kitchen will energize fruit, food, vegetables, water, everything will get energized. The minds of that family will change if food is cooked that way. That is the power it has. You are what you eat. So energize what you eat, minds will get energized. Then make it a culture at home. No screens while eating, which means no phones, no TV while eating, no distracted eating. Mindful eating practice. Mindful eating practice, 15 minutes only eating. Eating in silence or eating with very little happy conversation. And just before you begin your meal, pause for 3 seconds. Gratitude, and then say those sankalp into the food, which means the plate is there before you and you say, I am a powerful being. I am happy always. I'm fearless. I'm healthy. Success is. Say this into your food. The food will absorb that vibration and that will become your predominant thought. And then say it into your every glass of water. if you want it to manifest faster. So I would say my Sankalp first thing every morning, last thing before I go to sleep, before all my 3 meals, so that makes it 5, and before my every glass of water, that makes it another 5. So about 10 times every single day. And for those of you who have tea or coffee, then you have to add those additional 1 or 2 times. So total, you would say your Sankalp at least 10 times every single day. This is affirmation, which means we are affirming it 10 times every day. Now, this sounds too much. Who's going to say this 10 times every day? It's very little. It's just 2 minutes in the morning, 1 minute in the night, 3 seconds before every meal, and 3 seconds before every glass of water. So total, not even 5 minutes in the day. Not even 5 minutes in the entire day total. And that 5 minutes can change your emotional health, mental health, physical health, relationships, your profession, your life. 5 minutes. That's all it needs to change your Sankalp. And that's all it needs to change the Shrishti, to change our world. So just take out those 5 minutes, restrict content consumption, and consume that healthy content just before going to sleep and when you wake up. And then you will start creating miracles as a normal way of living. Choose what you want should manifest, start putting it into this lifestyle, and within a few days or month, you will see it out into the world as your destiny, and you will create a destiny of your choice, and miracles will start being a normal way of living. People go to other people and say, do this in my life, make this miracle in my life. Why should other people create miracles in our life? We will create miracles in our own life because it's very simple. Because miracle only means using the power of the mind. The world calls it a miracle, but actually it's simple science, science of the power of the mind. Thank you so much. Om Shanti. Now you have to be unmuted. Unmuted, Dr. Lalit. Thank you.
Unmuted, thank you. Om Shanti. Oh my goodness. This was mind-blowing. Sankalp se Shrishti. What an amazing thing, just expanded in a short talk of 45 minutes. And huge amount of information, Sister Shivani, that you've given us. We would love to put this in practice, and I'm sure we should all be doing this. Thank you for that. I have a few questions, if that is okay, Sister Shivani. Would that be okay to ask you in relevance to this particular topic?
Hanji, any topic. Related with your...
Related with the mind. So there was a comment that came up on the chat box. और वो पूछ रहे हैं sister कि how to react when people have treated you badly. You are made the scapegoat of your circumstances. How should one react to that?
How should one be when someone around you is not well? Simple. So someone around you is not well. How are you going to be? You're going to be a caregiver. You're going to take care of them. You're going to give them a good diet. You're going to take them to a doctor. We become a caregiver when someone else around us is not well. We can understand this physically. Now we need to do the same thing emotionally. When someone behaves wrongly, badly, it means they are emotionally unwell, not mentally unwell, emotionally unwell, means they are not happy inside. And that's why they're using wrong language, wrong energy, wrong sanskars, which means they're emotionally unwell. When someone is emotionally unwell, why should I fall ill? Why should I create hurt? Why should I create pain? But I create pain because I say, they did this to me. She said this to me. And when we say that, we consume all their emotional infection here. They are emotionally unwell right now. I am perfectly fine. What they are saying or what they are doing is reflecting their state of mind. It's reflecting their state of mind. It's not about me. I'm fine and I will radiate blessings to them. My blessings will become healing energy to them. No one can take us for granted. They are not well. Please remember this. But we consume their pain when we say, they said this to me. It's like somebody has an upset stomach and they throw up while they're sitting next to you. and they throw up. So when they throw up, a little bit of that is going to fall onto your dress, and you're not going to shout at them and you say, you dirtied my dress. No, they are not well, so they threw up. Similarly, emotionally, somebody is all messed up here, they will throw up. It will all come out in their words and behavior. It's reflecting their state of mind. Have compassion for people. Have compassion. Meditate for people. Radiate blessings to them. It will heal them. And first thing, it will protect you. If you remember that they're not saying it to you, they're not doing it to you, it's they who are not well.
Thank you for that wonderful answer, Sister Shivani. And I hope the person who put that question on chat box, the question has been answered for you. The next question came, Sister Shivani, how about those patients who have had severe spinal injuries and they're being dealt with in hospitals or care homes? How can we radiate that they are healthy, that I'm healthy, that my well-being is good? How should we do that for them?
I'm sure that you have seen with all your patients, if you predict medically, as per scientific calculations, that a person A should be on their feet and walking in, let's say, 3 months. This is a scientific prediction. And you will see some people walking before your predicted 3 months, and you will see some people taking 6 months, and they have proved your 3 months prediction wrong. Hypothetically, let's say they are equally unwell. Doctor is the same, hospital is the same, treatment is the same. Why is it that they take different times to, stand up and walk again? It depends on what their mind is saying to their body. The power of the mind in healing. So those who visualize themselves perfect, those who visualize themselves running a marathon, those who visualize them playing their sports that they were playing before they got injured or met with an accident, and they are 100% convinced they're going to be doing this in the next couple of months, you will see them, they will start moving and walking faster. But those who believe, oh, I'm doomed, I'm going to be on bed forever, I don't think I will ever be able to stand up, I will ever be able to walk again, they take longer, because for them only medicine is treating them. But those who use the power of the mind, medicine and mind power, both is treating them. So mind is playing a very important role in the healing. So everyone, each one of them needs to put this sankalp every single day. My spine is perfect. My spine is perfect, not getting perfect, but my spine is perfect. And they have to visualize themselves. I'm walking perfect. I am running perfect. They have to start saying this. And even if they don't believe it, they don't need to believe it right now. First 15 days, they will say it without believing it. Next 15 days, their mind will start believing it. And after 1 month, their body will start believing it. And then they will start seeing the change. So first you have to fake it, which means you have to say it without believing it. It will take a few days for your mind to start feeling it. And then it will take the next few days for your body to start accepting it. And you will start seeing the result. So let the doctor also create this thought. He is perfect. He is fine. She is perfect. She is walking. And especially they should do it before their meals, before their water. And if they take any medicine, then they also have to look at the medicine and energize that medicine with their sankalp and then take the medication, and specifically do it in the morning and the late night before going to sleep.
And that's how powerful the thoughts can be. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing.
That's what you call miracle in medical science. A lot of diseases, the doctors say this is a miracle. So miracle with cancer, miracle with an accident, an injury. But it's really, what is a miracle? It's a miracle only means someone used the power of the mind more than the others. That's all that is a miracle. There's no other miracle. It's only how much you're using the power of the mind. The world will call it a miracle. We all need to create more miracles. And which means we just need to start using the power of the mind more. So when someone says the success rate of this is 10%, 90% people went through this, 10%. So 10% people use the power of the mind more. If more people start using it, this percentage will start rising.
Thank you. So very well explained on that one too.
And those people also should need to study, read, and watch all the miracle stories that have existed in the world. They need to flood their mind with information of all the people who created miracles. So, watch, read, listen, only miracles, and you will manifest a miracle.
Watch, read, and
Listen.
listen. Watch, read, and listen to miracles, and that will manifest. Thank you for sharing that. That's wonderful. Just one question that came up from the audience to repeat the 10 Sankalps, but may I request, this particular program of Sister Shivani is being live broadcasted on Facebook and also will be broadcasted on Sister Shivani's page tomorrow. So please, if anybody wants to re-listen to this, then please log in and have a recap of this session. Thank you. Sister, there's another question that has come up, that people sometimes tend to isolate you and unite with others, form a gang of their own and sort of isolate you. Mentally, how should we go through that, and how should we sort of react to that situation?
One thing we always need to remember, truth does not need to prove itself. Truth has the power to reveal itself. सच को सिद्ध नहीं करना पड़ता, सत्यता अपने आप प्रत्यक्ष हो जाती है. So one, we don't need to prove ourselves to anybody that what is right, what is truth, what is not. Second, learn to be very happy and comfortable with your own company. It's very important to be happy with yourself. Third, not to be dependent on people's approval to feel good. Just because people approve of me, that means I'm the right person. Not true in today's world. Not true in today's world. Today, it could be opposite. If at work or in an organization in one place, if you're the most ethical, the most honest, the more people are like, it's very difficult to work with this person. They're too honest and too ethical. I can't work with this person. And they can all team up against you. That does not mean that you are in wrong. That does not mean you are in wrong. So do not need public approval, that people need to approve of me and people need to accept me. And if people accept me, then I'm a right person. We should have the power to stand alone for the right, even if we are the only one on the planet. Stand for the right, even if we are the only one. Let everybody be on the other side. Pandavas were only 5. Kauravas were unlimited numbers. But Kauravas were only 5 and they had no army and they had no weapons. They had only one thing, they had God with him. That's all. So if you have God in your life, that purity and power in your life, those values and principles in your life, you are going to be very comfortable in your own company with your own self. And then radiate your truth and your purity to the world. And very soon people will see the truth and then choose where they want to be. But numbers is definitely not the criteria anymore.
Wonderful. Stand for yourself and have God with you. Stand for the truth. Thank you very much, Sister Shivani. That was great. In fact, we've been getting so many comments on the chat box saying that I've been practicing these affirmations and they're all working. So to whoever has posted that message, thank you for that. Another question that comes up, Sister Shivani, is a very, again, interesting question. See how people are being affected by negativity, negative mind. How do we stay away from these negative people sometimes, even if you are in a situation, say in a family or in a friendship or in a satsang group or wherever, because people are negative thinking, negative, positive thinking. How do you stay away from these negative people?
How do you stay away from COVID? COVID can be anywhere around you. It can be to a family member in your house. It could be in your team member. You wouldn't know who's carrying COVID around you, right? The
Yes.
only way is distancing and mask. 2 things. Similarly, how to protect ourselves from the vibrations of people around us. Simple. First, distancing. But that distancing is not physical, that 2 feet apart or 3 feet apart. It's a vibrational distancing, which means if people around us are at a lower vibration, a vibration of jealousy, insecurity, ego, controlling, manipulating, this is a lower vibration. You live at a higher vibration, purity, divinity, compassion. And that happens when we have God with us, which means we are studying spirituality, we are practicing meditation, we are living an ethical life. We will be at a higher vibrational frequency. You could be sitting right next to the person, but if you're at a vibrational distance, lower energy can never flow like this. Energy never flows from lower to higher. Energy always flows from higher to lower. You can never see water flowing like this naturally. With using a pump, it can, but naturally, water can never flow like this. Water will always flow like this. Energy always flows from higher to lower. So, negative energy of the entire world cannot touch you if you are at a higher vibration. And your high vibrational energy will start radiating to people. So, don't worry about negative energy around you. Let everyone around you have negative energy. Keep your distancing. Keep your distancing, vibrational distancing. Wear your mask every day, which means meditation in the morning and spiritual study. Once you've worn that mask in the day, you can be surrounded by people and that negative energy cannot reach you because you've worn your mask and kept your vibrational distancing. And most important, you will become radiators of healing energy to people around you.
So एक मंत्र हमारे लिए एक कवच बन सकता है ना?
Absolutely. That's why God's power and blessings, divine circle of protection, वो संकल्प रोज करना है.
It all boils down to the 10 Sankalps that you told us, Sister Shivani.
Yes, yes.
That is so nice. There's another question that has come up. Interesting here. It says that what is the best method to deal with negative situation and people that you cannot control? Negative situation के बारे में तो आपने हमें बता दिया, लेकिन जो हमारे कंट्रोल से बाहर है, ये पूछ रहे हैं.
Everything is out of our control. Nothing is in our control. There are no people who are in our, even your child is not in your control. No situation is in your control. There is only one thing which is in our control, and that is our mind. But today we've reversed the equation and we say, my mind is not in my control. Rest, I want to control everybody. So it is this wrong equation which is creating the confusion. We cannot control people. We cannot control situations. We can only take care of how we respond to the situation and people. But our thoughts and vibrations will influence the situation and people. It's not people and situation influence our thoughts. So even if you are in the toughest situation, it's about how you are going to be thinking in that situation. That situation could be as tough as a financial crisis, a simple. We've all seen someone could be having just a little fever and they will say like, hi, मैं बीमार हूँ, हो मैं बीमार हूँ, मैं बुखार है. Someone will say, आप कैसे हो? अरे क्या बताऊँ, मैं तो बहुत बीमार हूँ, थोड़ा सा बुखार होता है. And another person could be going through a chronic ailment, through an advanced stage of cancer, and they would look as if they are the happiest people around us. So the situation cannot influence their state of mind. It's the mind which influences the situation. Someone could lose a little money and they could be crying about it. Someone could lose everything and they would say, it's okay, tomorrow is another day, I'm going to start all over again. So it's not the situation which is going to touch the mind. It's the mind which is going to turn the situation. So don't try and control situations because we cannot. We cannot. We can inspire people and we can influence situations by taking care of our mind. That is Sankalp se Shrishti, not Shrishti se Sankalp. Shrishti is the situation. Sankalp is the thought.
Thank you. Thank you for explaining this so nicely. Once again, there are so many messages that have come up on the chat box thanking you for this wonderful session. Sister Shivani, a little personal question that I would like to ask you. आपने कौन सा संकल्प किया था जब आपने किया था कि आज इतनी ऊंचाई पे आप पहुंच गए कि सारे घर में यू आर अ कॉमन हाउस होल्ड नेम? ये कैसे हुआ?
नहीं, ये तो संकल्प से सृष्टि से नहीं हुआ था. Actually, this didn't work out according to that equation. I did not want to do this actually. So it was the other way around. I was just a part of the studio where the seva used to go on, and I used to be back end helping with all the preparation, the back end, all the back end that happens towards any media production house, which is of the Bhrama Kumaris. And I used to be there. And this was a beginning stage of using media in the Bhrama Kumaris. We haven't been using media much before 2005 or 2004. And I was literally pushed into doing this, literally pushed. And they they succeeded only after a lot of days of my denial. I did not want to do it. I did not want to do it. I don't like being in the forefront. I don't like, even today, I'm not comfortable in front of a camera. I'd rather be behind managing the scene and managing and taking. That's my inherent sanskar and nature. Coming in front is not my sanskar. It's not my nature. So even today, I like being back end where no one can see me and I'm taking care of things. That's something which comes more comfortable to me. But it was as per drama, as per destiny. It just happened. And I just was made to sit on that seat. And because I knew nothing, I literally knew nothing. So I just surrendered. And I said, Mujhe kuch nahi aata. You do what you want. Anyways, nobody knows me, तो insult तो आपकी हो जाएगी. आप देख लो क्या करना है. I don't know, nobody knows me. So what difference it makes what's going to happen. So I said, it's all about you. So, but that's how it happened that day. And that's how it happens even today. That's how I have to sit even today because I really don't know what's going to happen that time on that chair.
And obviously you just said it that unki marzi hai to ye ho raha hai. So with that in mind, the pathway just opened. You didn't set out to become this. You became this through his divine energy, divine knowledge, all the divinity that you got. But he has used you as a medium. Would you agree with that?
120%. He has used, is using, and will continue using till he wants to use, because I still don't know what I have to do on that chair. So I still don't know. So it's not that it happens only in your initial stages. Even today, I just sit surrendered, plain, don't know what's going to be spoken, don't know what's going to be said. Just sit plain.
तो ये पूरा समर्पण है आपका उनके तरफ.
हाँ, बिकॉज मुझे नहीं आता है, तो जब नहीं आता हो तो समर्पण करना पड़ता है, ऑप्शन नहीं होता कोई और. यू हैव टू सरेंडर व्हेन यू डोंट नो समथिंग.
बिल्कुल. So this is something for the audience that we get such a strong message कि पूरा आत्मा शरीर के साथ समर्पण कर देते हैं प्रभु के साथ, प्रभु के पास, तो फिर then he paves the path for us. Sister Shivani, one final message from you for the audience. But before you give your final message, I would like to acknowledge Krishna Thakrar, who has actually listed the 10 Sankalps on the WhatsApp, on the chat box. So thank you very much. And for anybody who's looking for those 10 Sankalps, please look into the chat box. She has very kindly typed them up right away, and we kindly acknowledge that. Thank you very much. Sister Shivani, the last message for the audience today, and before we go to the next section. So what would be your final message?
I think we meet often, we all listen to the divine wisdom, but let's take care that we don't go back to life the same way today. Otherwise, it's just another Zoom, just another Facebook Live, and then life again goes back to being what it is. Let's not continue to be who we were 1 hour back. Let's take something, connect to the divine, use what the divine is giving us, and allow the divine to use us, because all of us are instruments for changing the world. There's a lot of pain on this planet, and it's only increasing. And everyone's looking for who's going to change the world. Everyone seems to be looking around. It has to be us. We have to become that instrument of change, the change that the world is looking for. Let's not go back to life just being who we were 1 hour back. We have to create that change. So dedicate at least 30 minutes to take care of nourishing the soul every morning. Just 30 minutes to begin with every morning is that first step towards self-change, which will create the world change.
Thank you. In short, Sankalp se Shrishti, our thoughts will determine our destiny. Thank you so much, Sister Shivani. Before we move on to the next section, we have a little surprise for you from a gentleman from Mount Abu. And I request our co-host, Mr. Eli, to spotlight the gentleman I have messaged you about, and that is none other than our Mr. Bhrama Kumari brother, Hitesh Tuteja. Brother Hitesh, to be spotlit, Eli, please.
Yeah, I'm doing BK Hitesh. I'm asking him to start his video.
Okay, he's not on the video. Okay, that's not a problem. We'll get him. I send him a message to come in on the video, but at the same time,
He's here. He's here.
Okay. Hitesh Bhai. Okay, you can spotlight him, Ellie. Om Shanti, Hitesh Bhai, and unmute him too, please.
Sorry. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi, how are you?
Very fine. Thank you so much and welcome and lovely to see you here.
I didn't know about it.
Hitesh Bhai is a wonderful soul who has come into connection with us also in England. So just wanted to make sure that he's actually coming from Mount Abu to honor the presence of our guest speaker today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for that. Now we move on to a very surprise item for Sister Shivani. Sister Shivani, this is something that you have probably been not made aware of or not aware of at this very moment in time. And we have a special bhajan for you with a very, very interesting gentleman, Mr. Harish Moyal.
Oh, Om Shanti Harish Bhai.
Om Shanti
So we have a
Didi.
lot of surprises today, no? All angels here you've got from Baba's house. Om Shanti Harish Bhai.
Om Shanti Didi. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, God, for this wonderful session. And thank you, Didi, for this such beautiful and divine affirmations. I'm sure Didi ने जैसा बोला कि this 1 hour में जो भी हमने सुना, we will implement in our life and will change our life. Just like keep smiling all the time. I'm getting a smile from God. And जैसा दीदी ने एक बात बोली कि जब कुछ नहीं आता हो तो फिर सरेंडर कर देना चाहिए. मैं भी सोच रहा था फिर से दीदी के सामने मुझे गाने को बोलेंगे. बट व्हेन यू जब आप भगवान से कनेक्ट करके कोई भी काम करते हैं तो फिर सब आसान हो जाता है. तो कुछ लाइनें आपने बोला है तो मैं जरूर से सुनाऊंगा हमारी सारी ऑडियंस के लिए भी.
थैंक यू हरीश भाई.
थैंक यू. हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं दाता तेरी याद में, बिन मांगे सब कुछ है पाया, क्या मांगू फरियाद में, तू ही सबसे पहले दिल में, बाकी सब है बाद में, हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं या रब तेरी याद में, मौला तेरी याद में, ईश्वर तेरी याद में, जैसा सोचोगे तुम वैसा बन जाओगे, जैसा कर्म होगा वैसा फल पाओगे, श्रेष्ठ कर्म का आधार है खुद का कर लो दर्शन, यही जीवन का सार है, यही जीवन का सार है, जुड़ गए हैं मन के तार तुमसे, शक्तियां मिल रही अपार तुमसे, भाग्य के द्वारे खुले हमको हमारे मिले, आए जीवन में ये बहार तुमसे ओ बाबा. तो बाबा हम प्यार से शिव बाबा को ईश्वर को कहते हैं. So that's it. मैंने एक ही भजन में 3 भजन को मिला दिया. Thank you so much ललित जी. Thank you दीदी. Thank you so much.
Thank you हरीश भाई. आपने भी संकल्प से सृष्टि जैसा सोचोगे वैसा बनोगे आपके भजन में बोल दिया. Thank you so much for that lovely bhajan. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who may not know who Harish Moyal is, Harish ji is an Indian Idol finalist, a competent and a wonderful singer in the music industry in India and worldwide, actually, and singing a lot of bhajans for Brahma Kumari. Hey, Harish
and
Bhai,
a very special part of the Brahma Kumaris family.
Thank
Very,
you.
very, very special brother of the family.
Thank you, Harish Pai, for coming on board and gracing this occasion. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had this little surprise. Sister Shivani, aapko ye hamara surprise acha laga?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So there are other lovely personalities who send greetings to you, who I'm going to mention right now. Sister Jayanti from London, unfortunately, is unable to be on our Zoom. Sends her humble Om Shanti to yourself. Sister Ila Ben Karia from Nakuru, who is the Brahma Kumari there. Sister Vidhu Ben Patel, a Brahma Kumari from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Sister Vedanti Ben from Zambia, and she also sends her Om Shanti to you. And obviously from all the members who have joined on Zoom and listening to us on Facebook, Om Shanti from all of them to you. Sister Shivani, we move on to the next section of our MINLA Zoom session, which is a very, very popular rapid fire round. Are we okay with that? That's going to be a quick question and a very quick answer. We have 20 questions, which we would like to finish in about 3 to 4 minutes.
Sure, done.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sister Shivani, for participating on the MINLA Zoom session rapid fire round. The first question comes, COVID-19 pandemic
Taught us to prioritize emotional and physical health.
Thank you. Social media.
It's an emotional diet. Take care of what you watch, read, listen. That's who you become.
We would also like to, social media was an interesting topic there. And then the other one is the topmost duty of a human being.
Dharam is duty. So the dharam of love, peace, and compassion in our every karam, that's our responsibility.
Importance of a guru.
Satguru, Nirakar Paramatma, make self-change the simplest thing to do.
Karma.
Creates our destiny.
Dignity and respect.
Compassion and acceptance for everyone, irrespective of who they are and what they do.
Anger.
Only
Gussa.
depletes me. It only depletes me, the creator. It only depletes me, the creator.
Okay, thank you. Yes. The next one would be Dada Lekhraj Kripal.
The power of one. It's that one power which we are seeing the result of today. So he signifies the power of one.
Thank you. Raj Yoga.
Self-rule, self-mastery.
Thank you. The highest pilgrimage place in the world.
Here. It's here. If I'm in the remembrance of the divine and merged only with that supreme, I'm in pilgrimage here.
The name Sister Jayanti.
Angel of God.
Thank you. Meditation, Dhyan.
It heals the soul, heals the body, heals people, and heals the world.
Thank you. The most important text in Hinduism.
Important is for us to imbibe it. Every text, every word is divine wisdom. The text is not less or more important. Important is how much we inculcate it.
Thank you. The term Trikal Darshi.
Past, present, future. At every moment, consequence of my past is coming to me. Present is getting created. Future is getting decided.
Thank you. Murli.
Energizes, empowers, transforms.
Nari Shakti.
Nari is only the costume. It should be Atma Shakti, irrespective, men or women, all need to be empowered. So it's Atma Shakti.
Thank you. One positive statement for the audience today.
We all have the power to change the world. Let's just begin the change within.
Wow, thank you for that. That's amazing. Last but not the least, we've got one more question after this. Would you be able to define Sato Pradhan?
Highest vibrational frequency. When we are at the highest vibrational frequency here of divinity, we are in our Sato Pradhan state.
Wonderful. Last question, Sister Shivani. Dr. Lalit Soda's rapid fire round.
Reflective, refreshing, educative.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sister Shivani, for being with us. Thank you for enlightening us.
Thank you so much.
In simple words, I will only say Om Shanti to you.
Om Shanti, and thank you so much. And it was just lovely to be in this vibration of love and care and a family feeling. It was a family feeling here today. Thank you so much for it.
Thank you. I now request the Secretary for the Lohana Community United Kingdom to say a vote of thanks on behalf of their organization, Mr. Jay Samani, who is the Secretary for the Lohana Community UK. Jai Bhai, if you may be spotlit. Yeah, there you go.
Om Shanti, Sister Shivani. On behalf of the Lohana Community of United Kingdom and the President, Mr. Bharat Soda, I'd like to say a big thank you for what you have done today. It's been really enlightening, really inspirational, especially for youth like me as well that I've been living. Really appreciate it. It brings me back to memories of when my Nani Ma used to live in Mount Abu. She was an avid follower. So it really helped me reconnect. One, I think, key thing you said today about making sure that people really follow these through rather than just making this a Zoom session. So really, really appreciate it. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much. Shanti.
Thank you, Jai Bhai, from the Lohana Community United Kingdom, both the President, Mr. Bharat Soda, and the Secretary. A massive thank you to both of you. Sister Shivani, the kickstart to the Zoom session comes from Meena Ben, and so does the end of the Zoom session. So may I request our lovely Meena Ben, who's got the Indian Ocean behind her. We are all so jealous of her. Right now, she's enjoying the cool breeze in Vipingo in Kenya. Meena Ben, from Vipingo, would you mind ending this formally for Sister Shivani and the MINLA Zoom session? It's all yours, Meena Ben.
Thank you very much. This is my pleasant and humble duty to end this session with the heartiest thank you. First of all, to my heartiest thank you and Om Shanti you to my magic lady, Sister Jayanti Ben and Harish Moel. Make this Zoom session happen. Thank you, my dream lady, Sister Shivani. Thank you, our greatest supporter, Lohana Community UK, President Mr. Bharat Soda, and Secretary Mr. J. Ruparelia. And Asante Sana to all the viewers on Facebook Live and those who have joined us on Zoom. Can't end my thank you without saying thank you to my cute cousin, Dr. Lalit Soda, and our co-host, Ellie. And Habariya Journey, thank you all. Stay safe. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti to everybody.
Over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for participating in the MINLA Zoom session once again. Sister Shivani, thank you. If you have some time, maybe a minute or two, we can open up the audience. They can say Om Shanti to you. And I totally respect your time.